So Piers Morgan might have eventually met his match. He decided to interview HSTIKKYTOKKY, who you might have seen recently in the Manosphere documentary on Netflix by Louis Theroux. There's a lot of people criticising this HSTIKKYTOKKY after watching his documentary, and I understand it. He said some things like, I don't want my daughter to do OnlyFans, but he also promotes OnlyFans. You know, some dumb shit, but Piers Morgan loves to jump on the bandwagon when someone's getting kicked down, and I think he thought this was going to be an easy win, and it wasn't. He got rage baited. Something Piers Morgan was actually once good at, but now no longer understands.
All right, let's just pick it up. I'm just curious why you did the show. Did you not know Louis Theroux? Did you think it would be something else? Are you pleased with the way you came over?
So I had no idea who Louis Theroux was. I thought it was a very, very fun experience. I've even texted him since saying that, you know, I enjoyed making it, and the backlash I've received from it, I also enjoy that as well, because I've got, you know, I can just rage bait people in my DMs, which I enjoy doing anyway. I
mean, look, as I was saying to you when we tried to start this, what you want to do with your life is entirely down to you. It's no impact on me whatsoever. And if you had a son who turned out to be gay, you would disown him, you said.
No, my actual life ambition, right, genuinely since young, is to grow up, make money, retire my mum, meet a nice girl from a good family, then have a gay child who fucks other guys. That's what I want. So I genuinely want that. I also want him to go out on the weekend and put makeup on and, you know, dance around in the gay strips.
Listen,
no, I want that.
I can hear your fan base cheering you on. I know what you're doing. It's the double down, treble down. In fact, I saw some of your post on social media before you did this interview. I'm going to own everything. I'm going to double down. I'm going to play that game. Fuentes did that a bit with me. And you know what I think?
Do you know what, bro? There's not a game.
By the way, I'm not your bro, Harrison. Call me Piers. I'll call you.
What, you don't want to be my bro?
I don't really want to be your bro, mainly because I have two bros of my own. One of whom was an army colonel, and one of whom is an excellent man as well. However, let me just ask you what you said in the documentary. You clearly actually would, by your own admission, disown a son who said they were gay. And yet your mother, you said, hates people that are racist, sexist, homophobic, and so on. Why be so brazenly homophobic if your own mother, who you clearly love and respect and care about, if she's so against that, why would you be so happy to be brazenly homophobic?
I wouldn't say I'm homophobic.
You would disown a child for being gay. That's about as homophobic as it gets.
That's your opinion, and in my opinion, that's not homophobic.
It's a fact of what homophobia is.
Okay. You have different beliefs. I don't care what your belief is. If you grow up,
we don't actually. We both come from the same belief, which is we were brought up by mothers who did not share this view. So actually, we're very similar. It's just you've taken a weird turn where your mother, who hates homophobia, has got a son who actually thinks it's perfectly okay to say you would disown your own child, your own son, if they said they were gay. And
would you be happy if you raised your son and your son came out gay? Would you be happy, Piers? Would you be happy, Piers, if you had one child, one son?
I wouldn't care less.
You wouldn't care?
No.
Okay, then that's your beliefs. Me and you have totally different beliefs.
Yeah, but I
know that you're trying to double down on this point.
Yeah, but Harrison, why do you think your belief does not constitute homophobia?
Piers, we can all have a push and a shove. You might not agree with some of my points. I don't agree with some things that you do and the way that you act.
That's fine.
And I don't need to go into them. But if you want me to, and you want this to turn into something that it doesn't need to be, then we can all have a push and a shove.
I'm genuinely interested in how you felt this Netflix show went and the things that Louis Theroux had you saying on camera.
What I do with my children is up to me.
Of course. Okay? Of course.
I don't agree with you going to Epstein's Island and having freak-offs with Ghislaine Maxwell and the rest of them. But I don't need to bring it up because this is about misogyny and everything like this.
Harrison,
Harrison, I don't agree with that, sir.
Just to be clear.
Freak-offs on the island.
Yes, nor do I. And as is
a stated fact. Are you sure?
Do you want to keep doing this? You'll make yourself look very stupid.
Are you sure, Piers?
That I've never been to Jeffrey Epstein's island. I'm 100% positive. I never met the man, never went to his island. I met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch. If you've got any supplementary
mentioned a lot of times.
no
mentioned
problem.
a lot of times in there, sir.
I have no problem. You're not, I don't think, if I say this very respectfully, I don't think you're very well informed about things like that, or you wouldn't go there, because it's...
Why are you in the files?
Why don't you check the 27 references to me in the files?
Why are you in the files, sir? Very close to these types of people.
Go and check. And all your followers, you can... The great thing about the Epstein files, you can put somebody's name in, and you like
to compare me to Tate and Myron and everyone else. So
Harrison,
because my name is close to them in the manosphere. But if I compare you to Epstein and Maxwell, you have a clear problem with it.
No problem.
Sir, you compare me to Myron and all the others in this homophobic, misogynistic, whatever world. I'm comparing you toEpstein then, because you're in his files.
Harrison.
Exactly.
You're making yourself look an even bigger idiot than you did on the Netflix show.
Oh, really? Really? Yes. To people like you, sir, I don't mind that. You make yourself look like an idiot every single day when your wife is at home posting pictures that you're out and she wants to get used like a toy by a big black man who is cleaning her car. Is that why you have a problem with me? Is that why you're pushing this homophobic narrative? Because I'm the big black man that shit your wife while you are on holiday. Okay? We can all have a push and a shove, sir. Let's go back to talking about the documentary and less of the homophobia.
Do you know what? Here's what I think about you. I watched the documentary. I think you're a fucking idiot. I think you're a sexist, misogynist, homophobic twerp who got exposed in a global way by Netflix, by Louis Theroux, for what you are. You're a little half-wit, and you'll make your little followers
don't get rattled.
Have a little laugh and everything
rattled.
else. But I don't see any point wasting. There's no point me wasting my time talking to you. Is there? What's the point?
Exactly. No. Do you know what? Let's chill it down then, because what I just said, there's 50 more things that we can have a stupid back and forth and try and one up each other.
I don't
just
care
talk
about
to me
your silly
normally.
insults.
Talk to me normally. Talk to me normally.
I don't care about your silly insults.
But what do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? What I said is facts. I have a picture of it. I can flip it around and show you right now.
I couldn't care less about your silly little insults. It's like a 2-year-old. Why would I care?
A 2-year-old? A 2-year-old? Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and you talk like you're holier than thou. As soon as you're away,
all right, let's end this.
Applications are open.
All right, let's just
That's your ting, bro. That's your girl.
Let's end this, please.
Cooked.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
Adam, switch in just back.
See, this is what happens when you marry a woman who publicly disrespects you. Other men don't respect you and your enemies use it against you. It's the easiest insult to throw at someone because it always hits a nerve. And Piers Morgan's usually the one pushing and rage baiting people, so it's actually funny seeing him storm off his show and fall for it himself. That's literally what this guy does that he's interviewing. He says controversial things, crazy things to get a reaction. He's loving this interview and he's loving the reaction from Piers. Piers should have done his homework instead of chasing a viral got you moment. He thought it was going to be easy because this guy said some crazy stuff on that Manosphere Netflix series of Louis Theroux, so he thought, this is going to be easy, I'm going to look like the good guy here, I'm going to get my moment. And he's ended up falling for the bait and storming off the interview. And if you don't know about his wife, here's some of the weird stuff that she's done.
But you must go into this marriage sabbatical, I'm guessing, with a lot of boundaries and from a very strong position in the first place.
Yes. I think that I having thought that I'd sort of invented the idea, a quick Google told me that this is apparently quite a big thing in America and also Australia, funnily enough. So you've got lots of therapists actually advocating this for people who are bored of each other or whatever the problem may be.
6 weeks marriage sabbatical, yeah, we all know what that means. This is his second wife, so he probably can't be bothered to get divorced and lose a bunch of money again. You just got to put up with her disrespect. She posts things on Instagram like this. This is what that HSTIKKYTOKKY was showing on the interview. It says, applications now open. And she's posted, wanted pool boy, no experience needed. And then she's posted this guy in Speedos saying, when the husband's away, Mr. Sud comes to play.
So, let's not take the piss here.
I certainly wasn't.
Well, I think you are.
Who is Piers Morgan's fellow journalist wife, Celia Walden. The couple first met when they interviewed her for a GQ photo shoot. They started dating while he was still married and got hitched 2 years after his divorce. If you meet another woman through having an affair, you're always going to have a little doubt about her, thinking, oh, maybe she could do that to me. Piers Morgan reveals his wife, Celia Walden, has forgotten their anniversary 9 years in a row. She don't give a fuck about you, bruv. She didn't even change her name. Piers Morgan's wife, Celia, fights to have male friends as Talk TV star doesn't like it. Piers Morgan's wife gives hilarious glimpse into marriage and reveals when she has to slap him.
Is that not your ting? One thing led to another and whoops, in bed with Rupert. That's your baby, mum. That's your wife. And you're talking about masculine. I'd be a misogynist if I was you. I'd hate women if that got done to me, mate. You're a victim, lad. Let's see what else. Look at the tanned, muscular man. That's why you took offence to me, Piers. Reading Lenny's brilliant memoir and thinking back to a sunny Saturday in Paris, he'd taken a 3-year vow of abstinence at the time. Shame. # let lovers rule.
Well, the thing is, Piers, I'm not political and I didn't play the song, so that's kind of all there is to it, right? And I find it quite silly to me that you're with the #1 looks maxer, and instead of asking how you could ascend so that, you know, your wife wouldn't tweet out captions like, when my husband's away, Mr. Sud comes out to play, maybe if you asked me how to ascend, then that would stop happening to you. You know what I mean?
Okay, so, well, okay.
Every hotel got the Piers Morgan chair. Now, he can pretend he doesn't care, he can act like some free-thinking hippie cuck who lets his wife publicly disrespect him, but he knows deep down that he hates it. And it just shows again, even if you're rich and famous, you can still be a low-value simp that your wife doesn't respect. The thing that I find irritating with Piers Morgan is he can give it, but he can't take it. Pause.